Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we take a fresh stack of research, everything from food blogs to pretty specific academic papers, and just get to the core of what you need to know.
Exactly.
Today, we're pointing our compass towards Central Europe, specifically to Olomouc in the Czech Republic. It's a city that often gets called Little Prague.
Right, but that nickname really misses the point. Our mission here is to get past that and, really understand what makes Olomouc tick. It's a major historical, academic, and cultural center in its own right.
And the sources we have, they're irresistible. One guide calls it extremely beautiful, immensely colorful, and downright fun. It says an outrageous amount of beauty is just, quote, within spitting distance.
And that's the thing, it's consistently flagged as this underrated gem that's right on the verge of becoming a must-see. It's a deeply historical place, but it's not, stuck in the past.
So where do we start to see that tension? History meaning the present?
You see it the moment you step into the city's core. You've got these two main squares, the upper and lower square. And dominating the upper square is the Holy Trinity column.
That's the huge Baroque one, right? The UNESCO site.
The very one. It's a massive 32-meter tall monument from the early 1700s. But what I find fascinating is its history of survival. In 1758, during a Prussian siege, it was actually hit by cannon fire.
No way.
Yes, and the residents were so horrified they actually petitioned the Prussian commander to stop shelling it, and he did. They repaired it, and you can still find a replica stone marking the exact spot where a cannonball hit.
So it's not just a religious monument, it's a symbol of resilience.
It's defiance carved in stone. But then you turn around and you look at the city hall, and this is where the city's timeline just gets completely scrambled.
You're talking about the astronomical clock.
I am. It is the ultimate architectural clash. You see, Prague's clock is this famous medieval masterpiece with apostles. The Olomouc clock, though, was heavily damaged in World War II.
And rebuilt in the 50s.
Exactly. Rebuilt entirely in the socialist realism style. So instead of religious figures, you get the heroes of the Soviet era. Builders, scientists, farmers.
The new saints of the working class, basically.
Literally. And it goes even further. The calendar dial still lists dates for holidays like May 1st, and even the birthdays of Lenin and Stalin. It's an unavoidable, monumental piece of ideology.
So you're forced to reconcile these two completely different worlds, standing just feet apart from each other.
It's a stunning contrast. And that vibrancy isn't just in the stone, it's in the people. We have to talk about Polacky University. It was founded way back in 1573.
So it's as old as the Baroque history itself.
And it's not just some historical footnote. Today, students make up a full quarter of the city's population.
A quarter? That's huge. That must completely change the city's vibe.
It absolutely does. It fuels this youthful, open-minded spirit. The sources all mention this great cafe culture, lots of bookstores, and that the students are generally really friendly and speak English. It makes the city feel very alive and accessible.
And you still have all these other historical details around you, like the Baroque fountains. I love the story of the Aryan fountain.
Ah, yes, with the sculptures based on the Greek legend. It's a nod to that classical revival, showing how connected Moravian patrons were to, broader European scholarship and art.
And then there's the pure Gothic power of St. Wenceslaus Cathedral, with a tower over 100 meters high.
Exactly. So we have this resilient stone and this youthful energy. But to really get Olomouc, we have to talk about its unique flavor. And that means we have to discuss the cheese.
Oh, here we go. This is where it gets challenging, right? We're diving into Olomouci twaróżki.
The twaróżki, yes. It is, without a doubt, one of the most polarizing foods in the Czech Republic. A true Moravian icon.
The analogy that keeps popping up is the durian fruit of the Czech Republic. And the saying goes, the smellier the cheese, the better it tastes.
It has this incredibly pungent, spicy aroma, but this isn't some modern fad. The name translates to Olomouc cheese curds, and it's been on the menu for over 500 years. It's a piece of history.
And the main production is now in a nearby town, Lošortic, right, where they even have a museum for it.
That's the one. What's amazing, though, is how versatile it is, despite the intense smell. They figured out how to use it.
Right. I saw it shows up melted in beef burgers, which supposedly tones down the scent.
It does. It adds this spicy kick. Or it's deep fried, often with the sausage inside. That's a classic pub dish. It's also mixed into potato pancakes, the bramborak.
But then they take it to another level at the pastry shop, to Varuškova kucharna. We're talking stinky cheesecake.
Stinky cheesecake, garlicky puff pastry. The sources are careful with their words here. One described the cheesecake as an experience.
Not delicious, just an experience.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, it requires some commitment. but for anyone who is curious, there are some quality control notes.
So this is important.
It is. So things like brownish orange spots or a bit of white mold, that's actually normal and safe. But if you see black, green, or gray mold, or if it's gone soft and liquid, maybe reconsider.
Okay, trust your nose, but only up to a point. Good advice. Let's shift back to the city as a cultural hub, beyond food.
For sure. The art scene is really robust. You've got the Olomouc Museum of Art, which focuses on Central European artists. But on the outside of the building, there's this famous kind of controversial sculpture.
The Hanging Art Thief by David Cherney.
That's it. It adds this modern, rebellious touch. And then just steps away, you have the Archdiocesan Museum, which is all about preservation relics from the old castle, historical paintings, even a fanciful golden carriage.
So it's that contrast again, and for getting away from the city bustle.
The city is full of parks. Bezruchovi Sadi runs along the old fortress walls, perfect for a walk. And for a real escape, you can take a short bus ride to Svatý Kupeček, or Holy Hill.
The one with the basilica and the panoramic views.
Exactly. It gives you a sense of the whole region's scale. We even found notes on unique places to stay, like the Long Story Short Hostel. It's a boutique place built inside a massive 18th century military fortress.
You're sleeping inside history.
A piece of military history that became a bakery, now a hostel. And if you have an extra day, the Kromjuj Gardens, a UNESCO site, are just a 40-minute train ride.
It's described as stepping onto a movie set.
It really is. But to get even deeper into the city's identity, we need to look at its institutions, specifically the theater. Our sources dive into the 19th century German city theater.
Right, and it had its peak in the mid-1800s, especially during the Revolution of 1848.
That's the key moment. The imperial court was kicked out of Vienna and temporarily moved to Olomouc. Suddenly, this provincial theater became a court institution right in the national spotlight.
And these provincial theaters weren't just for entertainment, were they?
Not at all. They were vital social spaces. They were where communities processed what was happening, where they engaged with politics.
There's a really powerful example of that from Italy in the sources.
Yes, in Feltre. Just a few months after they got their independence from the Habsburgs in 1866, the local theater put on a play called I Misteri della Polizia Austriaca.
The Mysteries of the Austrian Police.
Exactly. They were using the stage to process immediate political trauma and celebrate their newfound freedom. So the point is, Olomouc has this tradition of using public venues to wrestle with big ideas.
And that tradition is still alive today, just in a different form.
A very different form. We're shifting now to the International Festival of Songs Olomouc, or Mundi Cantant. It's one of Europe's oldest choral festivals, founded in 1972.
And its mission is all about international dialogue through music. The sources list choirs from South Korea, the USA, Thailand. It's truly global.
It uses the entire city as a stage for cultural exchange. And it's for all ages. They have categories for kids, youth, adults, and even a non-competitive one for senior choirs.
Yeah, so bringing this all together, Olomouc is clearly so much more than Little Prague. It's a city of these incredible clashes.
Absolutely. You have the Baroque history of the Holy Trinity column sitting right next to the socialist ideology of the astronomical clock.
And a 500-year-old tradition of stinky cheese coexisting with a global university and a world-class music festival.